Good evening and welcome back to the Rory Talks Football channel, your daily Arsenal news updates, debates and my opinions. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, smash a like on the video. And look, it's Friday. It's Friday and Arsenal play this weekend, not on a Monday night, tomorrow. It's sensational. Absolutely sensational. Loads of you here already. Good to see you. John was first. John was here half an hour ago. You've got to respect it. Adam, Sportcat, Saka, Vivi Vlad, Emilio, Shant, Verdi, Philip, Pekka, Electric Gaming, Devin, Ross Lawman, Hannah, Ethan Udall, Tentego, Thomas Willis, George Christodoulou, Joshua, Max, Fizzy, Alex, Jakub. This is immaculate. This is immaculate vibes. I hope you're all doing well. I do indeed have a new trim. Nearly just asked them to shave the whole thing off, to be honest. The way the 9 and 9 challenge is going, we are at the point. But nonetheless, I do still have hair. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Samuel, good to see you as well. Obviously, we'll be previewing the Arsenal game. We'll be previewing the Liverpool City game a little bit, talking about what we want from that game. I am in an immense minority with what I want from that game, and we'll talk about that. And just the general weekend that's coming up. High and tight. Thank you very much. Yeah. Reminder, I will be live on Sunday, 1 p.m. for Villa against Spurs. We will be hate-watching Spurs together. It'll be on Tifo. The link to that stream is in the description of the YouTube video. Click on the link. It'll prompt you to sign up if you're new to Tifo. If you are signing up, use the code RORY, RORY, full caps. And I hope to see as many of you there as possible. It was fun. The last stream we did on Tifo. It's a lot of fun. Brand new streaming platform. Very sort of bare bones at the moment. But it's good fun. The chat's good vibes. And hopefully lots of you will be there. Rory, if you're reading this, smile. And remember, my name is Jack Sparrow. Well, forced smiles are probably my least favorite thing to do in the world. Is Tifo free? Absolutely. Absolutely free. In fact, Tifo, you can actually make money. Well, not money. But because Tifo is so brand new and they are looking for your feedback, if you're active in the chat on Tifo, the big people at Tifo may reach out to you via email and ask for feedback. And if you give that feedback, you can win Amazon gift vouchers. So there is something in it for you as well, other than just chilling with me and watching a good game of football. I think Villa Spurs, by the way, I think that's going to be an absolute cracker. It's the battle of the high lines. I don't know how it's going to work. But the whole game is going to be played within like a yard either side of the halfway line. It's going to be crazy. I'm watching Rory on my laptop and my phone. You've got to respect it. You've got to respect it. We should be top in 24 hours' time. Look, if all goes to plan, yes, as long as we're leading. As long as we're leading 5 minutes into the second half tomorrow. But if all goes to plan, we should be going to sleep top of the table tomorrow. Even if it's only briefly, we should be there. I think Villa 2, Spurs 1. I think it could be like 3-3. I really do. Spurs rattled by Cash. Yeah, I don't really get the whole Spurs Matty Cash thing. I get it because he's injured Bentancur, but they hate him. Like, they absolutely hate him. Your take on Ramos in goal? Look, I made a video about this yesterday. It's sad because I do think it will be his final game in goal for Arsenal. I'm glad I'll be there and we can, cheer for him and, give him a fond farewell. But it is what it is. It is what it is. No worries, George. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe is what I would say. Make sure that you're alive to witness greatness tomorrow from Arsenal. Where can you get Tifo? The link's in my description to this YouTube video. It's only on, it's a web browser thing at the moment. They don't have an app yet. But yeah, just create the Tifo account and it's all sorted. Perfect. I will see you at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Thoughts on Trent's comments and the reaction that it caused? Trent is right. In my opinion, Trent is right. Trophies for Liverpool, for Arsenal, even United, even though United have spent 1.2 billion in the last decade, trophies for those clubs mean more because they've done it relatively fairly compared to Man City. And I don't care if Man City fans don't like that. That's the truth. And it's the truth because of how bad the reaction has been. The backlash, the entire City fan base, like all 7 of them are fuming about it. Ruben Diaz made a comment. Haaland made a comment. It's just the reality, though. It is just the reality of it. There's a reason, right, that despite winning the treble last season, Man City still struggle to sell tickets. They're still. When do you ever see if you're out and about, unless you live maybe near the Etihad, if you're out and about, when do you ever see people wearing City shirts? Like, you just don't. It's just, and if a legit team had come and won the treble, they'd have huge support, but they don't, because everyone knows that it's fake. It's fake. It's the reason I prefer them to win the league if Arsenal lose it. What, City? Because it doesn't mean so much. Yeah, kind of. I saw your France-England 11. Do you think England are winning the Euros? Personally, I think Southgate's bottling it. Yeah, I think we've got the team to win the Euros. I don't think we've got the manager to win the Euros. And it will be, if we win the Euros, it will be in spite of Gareth Southgate, not because of him. It will be, the team is so good that even Gareth Southgate couldn't bottle it. All pool players and fans are just salty and pathetic. Yeah, but I sympathise with them to an extent, because they've been battling against City for years, and it is genuinely just unfair. MCFC lads is the most toxic fan ever. He keeps claiming how the Etihad isn't actually an empty had. Yeah, I've actually met MCFC lads and played football with him, and he's actually a very sound person in real life. But obviously, the online persona is that of a bit of a troll. What's the referral code? So when you're signing up for Tifo, it will just ask you to put in a code. Just put in Rory, RORY, full caps. It's just so that they know that you've come from me, basically. Do you think Zinchenko/Tommy make the squad tomorrow? Still haven't seen either of them in training. From what Arteta said about Tomiyasu, I don't think he's close enough. Zinchenko, maybe. But again, we've not seen them in training, so who knows? The big 2 is whether or not we see Saka and Martinelli start. Sounds like Saka's fine. That legitimately was just an illness. With Martinelli, I'm like, if he took a sore one, do you bother starting him tomorrow? Do you just go with Trossard off the left? Not sure. Would you take Gary O'Neill, Eddie Howe, or Graham Potter as England manager? Probably. I actually think I'd go Gary O'Neill. I really like Gary O'Neill. I think he's smart. I think he's switched on. And I think he would do the best with the attacking talent that we've got. You look at the way that Wolves attack. I think I would go for him. Are you on the Football Terrace today? No, sadly not. No Football Terrace today. I think they started at... no, maybe they started at 6. But no, not today, unfortunately. Rory, did you get a chance to hear Frank's press conference? I did, yeah. Look, Thomas Frank was very, very complimentary of Arsenal, which is fair enough. He always is. I'm a big fan of Thomas Frank. He's very fair. He's very... Yeah, I remember last time we played them, it was around the time of the whole celebration police. And he, no, that wasn't when we played them. But I remember he was asked a question during the whole celebration police thing, and he came out and was like, "Yeah, I mean, I would celebrate like that too." He's a good bloke. Is Thomas Frank class? Did you see the rumor about Zinchenko being linked with Bayern for 45 million? There's quite a few teams he's been linked to for 45 million. Yeah, there's Bayern, Newcastle. Although it seems like they're keeping Lewis Hall, but I don't think he's good enough. But yeah. Look, I think Zinchenko, would you take 45 million for Zinchenko? That's the question. Would you take 45 million for Zinchenko? I mean, we paid what, 40, 35? So we'd make profit on it, which wouldn't be bad, to be fair. I think making profit on Zinchenko wouldn't be bad, but when you're streaming the Villa Spurs game, is it just you? Yeah, it'll just be me. Tifo is actually adding the ability for me to be able to bring other people into the streams. But I don't think I'll bring any Villa or Spurs fans into it, to be honest. In a heartbeat, yes, defo, in a heartbeat. I'd take 45 mil easily, 13 million profit. I'd take 35. I would take it. It's just not the fee, but the wages. That value isn't going to get any higher with his age and injuries. Angry Ginge or Rory Jennings? Well, I've only ever met Angry Ginge. I've not met. Oh no, I have met Rory Jennings. The thing is, when I met Rory Jennings, very, very nice, very friendly. But then so was Angry Ginge, to be fair. I don't know. I'd go Angry Ginge because he'd rattle me with football opinions in the same way that Rory Jennings does. Leo, good to see you. What do you say about Partey's response last Monday? And do you think we can start him tomorrow? I don't think we can. I don't think we'll start him. I don't think we need to start him, to be honest. I think he'll get more minutes tomorrow. He might get the full second half, maybe. Maybe we give him the first half. But I don't know. I don't know. I would like to see him get more minutes though. He needs to sharpen up, right? He needs the time. I heard Rory can fit in a shoebox. He is small. He is he's probably, I don't know, 5'6", 5'7", maybe. Ginger's class. Yeah, Ginger's class. Ginger's class. I was his manager at a charity event last summer, which was good fun. It was good fun. But look, Brentford, we'll get on to the actual preview at this point. For us, injury-wise, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, Timber, maybe they're not in the squad. Martinelli and Saka should be. Will Martinelli start? Not sure. But whatever happens, we easily, comfortably have a strong enough squad that we should be beating Brentford at home. For Brentford, they've got their own injury issues as well. Obviously, they still don't have Mbeumo. And, last weekend, their entire normal back four was out injured, and I don't believe any of them are back for this weekend. So we're looking at an entire second string back four for Brentford, against a team that scored 31 goals in its last 7 games. So Mbeumo is back in training. He is back in training, but he's not going to play. Thomas Frank said he will be back. They're expecting him to be back after the international break in terms of actually playing for them. So, no Mbeumo. I don't think Ivan Toney's that sharp at the moment. A completely makeshift back four. Playing in the way that we're playing, I would fully expect us to win and to win comfortably. Who are we playing in the friendly in the international break? I don't know if we do have a friendly. Arteta was asked about it, and he said, look, there's a lot of players that are obviously going away on the international break. He was kind of a bit hush-hush. Maybe we'll play behind closed doors, give some players a bit of game time. But I'm not actually too sure about that. Not too sure at all. I got my jersey signed by Arteta yesterday. Oh, I got my jersey signed by Arteta framed yesterday. Should I eBay it for 45 million? You can try. Mbeumo being out is big. Yeah, Mbeumo being out is a big one. It's a useful one. I think Jorginho will be rested tomorrow. He's definitely going to start against Porto. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. But then maybe Partey starts against Porto. I don't know. It'll be interesting, actually, because you're right. I don't... But then again, Jorginho can probably play because it'll still effectively only have been 3 games in 9 days. But it's not like they are massively intense games. It's not like, I don't think Jorginho had to work particularly hard against Sheffield United. Thank you, Young Tar. Predictions for tomorrow? My prediction for tomorrow is 4-1. 4-1 to Arsenal. Tony will get a goal. Even though he's not playing that well, Tony will get a goal. 4-1. That's what I'm going for. Did you see the comments from the Porto manager? I didn't know. What's he said? What's the Porto manager? To be honest, Porto players, manager, they've been annoying me, to be honest. What's he been waffling? I can't see. I can't see anything anything specific. But no worries, Francisco Oliveira. Good to see you. Do you think England will win? Do you think England will win against Brazil and Belgium? Honestly, I could honestly say I have not spent a single second thinking about the international break or who we're playing. I completely forgot we were even playing against Brazil and Belgium. I don't know. It depends what teams they come with, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, they're going to be boring games. They really are. At this point in the season, I mean, I hate this international break. I really do. It's such a bad time. Do you think Tony would have gotten a big move last summer had the ban not happened? And do you think he goes? Yeah, I think he'll still get a big move now, but it would have been even bigger last summer. I think. I think the way he's come back, he hasn't looked quite as good. He's not looked quite as sharp. This international break and the Chelsea game being postponed has come at the worst time for us. Yeah, I was looking like if we could play Chelsea now, the way their squad is with more injuries again. No, you've not missed much, Carter. Don't worry. Don't worry. You've not missed much. But yeah, the way Chelsea's squad is at the moment, they've got more injuries again. Chilwell's out injured again now. I think Colwell's out injured. Um, it would have been a good time to play them. It would have been. Nkunku's out again. It would have been a good time to play them. Do you think Saka is world class? I do, yeah. I do. There are 3 players in the whole of Europe that have more goal contributions than Saka this season. And that's Kane, Haaland, and Mbappe. Like, you cannot tell me, and this is when Saka is supposedly having an off season. And he's putting up the 4th best numbers in the whole of Europe's top 5 leagues. He's world class. He is world class. It's outrageous. Gallagher as well. Yeah, Gallagher's struggling with illness as well. So yeah, just packed Haaland team of the year. What Haaland team of the year? What are you? Have you got lag? That's bonkers. Not about big up the panel. Like and subscribe. Yes, like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. Yeah, the friendlies are a waste of time. Honestly, I just want to get through the international break with no injuries. All I care about is getting through the international break with no injuries. Martinelli will be playing for Brazil, as will Gabriel Magalhaes. New haircut? I do have a new haircut. Thank you for noticing that. I don't know what Poch does in training, but it's worrying for us Chelsea fans. Yeah, I don't know what he does in training, to be honest. It's bizarre. Chelsea's run of injury. Same with Man United. Like, Mason Mount's been out all season, and no one can really even say what injury he got. That Malacia has just disappeared off the face of the planet. It is weird that, you know, these teams have been having a lot of injury issues this season, and we've got away. Like, it annoys me when people say we've not had many injuries this season, because we have. But overall, I still do think we've got away with it this season. Like, we've avoided any to the real key players. The injuries that we have had to key players have been really short-term ones. Obviously, who knows what we could have done had Timber and Partey been fit all season, but generally speaking, I think we've got away with it a little bit. Where are you sitting tomorrow? One of the corners, lower section. If Saka and Dek get injured in the international break, I will cry. Well, let's just hope not. Let's just hope not. Will I watch? Yes, I will be watching. I will be watching Francis Ngannou versus Joshua tonight. I hope Francis Ngannou wins. I'd love it if Francis Ngannou won. I don't know why, and I don't want to jinx it, but I feel as if a key England player is getting injured before the Euros and going to be out for the whole tournament. Yeah, well, let's hope. To be honest, as long as it's not Saka or Declan Rice, you know, it would be annoying for the Euros, but I'm focused on Arsenal big time at the moment. Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United, and Brighton have been hit with the most injuries. Yeah, they have. They have. Villa have had quite a few as well. Where are you sitting for Porto? Upper behind goal, clock end, I think. I can't remember. That was the one I won in the ballot, so it'll be in one of the ballot sections. Saka Rice to pick up an injury in the last 5. Yeah, look, if Saka can get himself out of the international break by hurting himself against Porto, then Yeah, I'll be more than happy for that to happen. I'll be more than happy for that to happen. Um, Interestingly today, so obviously Liverpool play Chelsea. And yeah, I want Liverpool to win, and I am in the complete minority. Most people want a draw, right? And I do get it. I get everyone else's logic, right? If it's a draw, Arsenal will stay top of the league, assuming that we beat Brentford, right? So short term, that's lovely. If it's a draw or if Man City win, the title is in our hands. Because if we win every game from now until the end of the season, we win the league. I said Chelsea. Uh, I don't know when I said Chelsea, but I didn't mean to say Chelsea. I apologize. I don't know what I was meant. Did I say it instead of Liverpool or Man City? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, City win, fine, because then Arsenal can go to the Etihad. But that means Arsenal would have to beat City at the Etihad. Chelsea, I keep saying Chelsea. Liverpool win. Yes, it means that Liverpool are still 3 points ahead of us. But I feel like Liverpool are going to drop points. I just don't. I feel like the way Liverpool are playing is unsustainable. And I think they're going to drop points. I think they'll drop points to Villa. I think they'll drop points to. I think they might drop points away to West Ham. Like, I just feel like they're going to drop more points. And if we can get to the point where Liverpool win, would mean that we can go to the Etihad and draw another game. And because of goal difference, we'd stay ahead of City. So I just think, even though, like, I know logically, City winning or it being a draw, that's how we keep it in our hands. And if Liverpool win it and then they go out and win every other game, it doesn't matter what we do, Liverpool will stay ahead. I just don't think that Liverpool will do that. But you're right? Then it's not in our hands. And then we're just hoping. But that's what I think is going to happen. Like, it's not. Yeah, of course I'll at that point I'll then have to hope that Liverpool drop points, but I genuinely think they will. But I'm also the opposite of that is that we're going, well, if it's a draw or City win, then it's in our hands, because then if we win every game from now until the end of the season, we win the league. But I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to win at the Etihad, and I think we'll probably drop points somewhere else. So mine is based on what I actually think is going to happen, not just, well, if it's in our hands, then that's a good thing. So I feel like, yeah, short term, if we go top of the table and we stay there, brilliant. But yeah, that's just my feeling anyway. I know I admit, I accept that I am in the minority with that one. My dad's a Liverpool fan and said he thinks that Liverpool will drop points and it would be the best result for Arsenal for them to win. Exactly. My member gifted by Erin is running out. That's unfortunate, Thomas. That is unfortunate. If any team will win on Sunday, let's hope it's only by one goal. I want our goal difference as long as possible. Yeah. And look, obviously, if it's a draw, both of their goal differences stay as they are. So, and we've got another opportunity to extend our goal difference lead even further. If we can put a few past Brentford. So, Villa home, Spurs away, United home are going to be banana skins. Besides the City game for us. It's United away. It's United away, Vlad. So it's even trickier slightly. I still think United away we should win. But yeah, that exactly, and that's my point. Like, realistically, are we going to either beat? Are we going to beat City at the Etihad? Maybe, but more likely we don't. And then, are we going to win at home to Villa, away at Spurs, and away at United? Like, it's not unreasonable to say that we draw one of those. So I'm putting us in a position in my head where we can draw at the Etihad and draw one of those other games, and we'd still win the league, even if City won all of their games. How do you feel about Liverpool? Is how you feel about Liverpool is how Liverpool feel about you. I don't care how Liverpool feel about us. Not bothered how Liverpool feel about us at all. Imagine becoming champions by beating United away. It would be good. It would be nice. It would be nice. United or Dross. I don't think there is much difference in quality for the teams from 6th to 12th. I agree. I agree. Well, this is the worrying thing, right? Is that outside of the top 5, once you get past Spurs and Villa in the table, I think the rest of the leagues is poor this year. I think the reason, one of the main reasons that Arsenal, City, and Liverpool have been so dominant, but also the fact that Villa are still up there and Spurs are still up there, I think is because everyone below that is poor. Like, truthfully, Newcastle have fallen off a cliff. Chelsea are still nowhere near it. United have fallen off. Brighton are getting battered. West Ham looked all right at the start of the season, but they've begun to tail away. There's really not a lot of strong competition. Which is why it's going to be such a tight, in my opinion, such a tight title race. It really is. What fan base do you hate the most? What fan base do I hate the most? Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. United and Wolves away are tough. They have really sharp transition players: Neto, Hwang, Højlund, Rashford. I agree. Although I think Wolves at the moment don't have don't have Hwang or Mateus Cunha, but I'm not sure how long either of those are out for. Rashford, not in good form. Højlund will be back by the time we play against them, which is quite annoying. Rory, you have to back us to win at City. This isn't Arsenal from last season. I agree, but there has to be some element of it is away at City in a title race. That is. There's no guarantee that we will. And if we go there and we win every game from now until the end of the season, then I'll just be completely blown away, right? But I'm trying to stay somewhat realistic, O'Hara saying Spurs will beat Arsenal 3-1 and officially end our title hopes. Proof they're always in our shadow. It's all they've got. All Spurs have left this season is to try and stop us winning the league. That is literally all they're fighting for. Cunha's out for the season? Yeah, I thought so. So that's one of those players. I'm not sure how long Hwang is out for, but City fans, for me, they're so entitled. The thing is, right, outside of Twitter, I never interact with City fans. I don't know any Twitter City fans. Like, I don't really interact with them. I don't, I never see any. And even the ones on social media, like most of the ones on Twitter, they're not real, they're all hidden behind Man City player names and faces. Like, you don't even see, there's like a handful of Man City content creators. But outside of that, they're basically anonymous. So they don't really bother me too much. Who would you start if Nelly isn't fit? I'd go Trossard. I'd go Trossard off the left, I think. Spurs fans are so deluded. They claim they're a big club when they haven't won a major trophy in 16 years. Yeah. I do think Spurs fans have what is that? What's that saying? Delusions. Is it delusions of grandeur? Is that what I'm thinking of? Like, they do seem to think that they're a lot bigger and better than they actually are, especially in the context of history. Like, they had a few good years where they finished above us for a bit, and they won no trophies, and that's it. Højlund winning player of the month over Saka is criminal. Yeah. At least Arteta won manager of the month anyway. My lineup prediction for tomorrow would be Ramsdale in goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Jorginho, Ødegaard, Saka, Havertz, and then either Trossard or Martinelli. Delusions of grandeur is perfect. There you go. They're not bigger than Everton. Yeah, genuinely. Did you see the trailer for City's Netflix show? Yeah, I mean, I won't be watching that. I have watched literally all of the Amazon ones. I've watched all of the Netflix ones, the Sunderland Till I Die, all of that. The City's treble winning. Couldn't give a monkeys. Spurs think they were the first team in North London, but has since been disproven. That's so beautiful. Yeah, they have this massive issue with Arsenal fans singing North London forever, right? Because we didn't originate in North London. Like, when Arsenal very first formed, it was in Woolwich, not in North London. Fine. North London, like, the word forever, to me, means from now until the end of time, basically, right? It's forever. Not forever gone, but forever in the future. But also, yeah, Spurs weren't even part of London until like the 60s. So is it titled 115? It should be. It should be titled 115. How come Raya's not starting? Because this is like a what do you call it? This is like an urban myth. We haven't signed Raya permanently yet. There was some people in January, some like in the nose, that were trying to get credibility by saying that we'd done it perfectly, that we'd done it perfectly, that we'd done it permanently. It's just not true. Raya is still on loan. We agreed that at the end of the season we will buy him permanently, but that on the books that still hasn't been done yet. And so yeah, he can't play. I don't know why it's become a thing, but it has become a thing that people think that he's permanent. And he will be permanent. He just isn't on paper yet. No way Mainu won goal of the month over Rice. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's a bit crazy. My mate says Spurs are so banned because they come from a poor area of London, so don't generate enough money. But look at all the money they generate through all the events going on at their stadium. Yeah, I mean, it's not, it's that whole area, the whole area of Tottenham, Arsenal, Highbury and Islington, like that area of North London is like, it's like most areas of London. There are poor bits and there are rich bits. Like there's some seriously expensive property around Tottenham and that area. So that they've got no more excuse than Arsenal do in terms of location. It's just that Arsenal have a much bigger fan base. Like the reality is their fan base just isn't as big. Zinni's linked with Bayern and Newcastle. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the stream. I think most people would take 45 million for him if they could get it. Lil Grimp, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Did anyone know that Raya started at Blackburn and it's a homegrown player? Yeah. I haven't dropped a single hint about today's guest, the Gooner. No hints. Or were there? That's got you thinking. Do you think Saliba and Gabriel will have any problem with Toney tomorrow? Possibly. Saliba did struggle with Ivan Toney last season, but Saliba's a very young player, and I think he will have learned from that. I do think he'll have learned from that. Can you give us a clue at Guess the Gooner like you did yesterday? Maybe, but when you heard the Raya clue yesterday, you didn't know it was the clue at the time. Maybe you've already heard the clue, but you didn't know it was the clue. Gotta think about these things. You've got to think about these things. I don't mind us losing player of the month. Let them keep overlooking Arsenal. Yeah, exactly. I'm not bothered about that sort of thing anymore. The whole player of the month, manager of the month, all that nonsense, that completely lost any sort of credibility when Ange Postecoglou won 3 manager of the months in a row at the start of this season. What do you think of getting Camavinga if Zinni leaves? Can play. Yeah, I'd be a huge fan of Camavinga, but I just don't think Madrid will let him go. I don't think Madrid will let him go. Anyway, it is time for Guess the Gooner, the game where I give you 5 clues about an ex or current Arsenal player, and you have to guess that player in the chat. First person to get it right gets the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks Football community. So get your fingers on your keyboards. Angie's good, mate. Yeah, he's bloody good, mate. Who do you think will finish top 4, Spurs or Villa? I think Villa. are going to finish top 4. I think they're better. I think Villa are a better team than Spurs at the moment. I really do. It is not Aaron Ramsey. It is not. All right, guess the Gooner. Clue number 1. They joined Arsenal at the age of 21. They joined Arsenal at the age of 21. Clue number 2. They moved from Arsenal to West Ham for £4 million. They moved from Arsenal to West Ham for £4 million. Clue number 3. They won the Premier League twice and the FA Cup 3 times. They won the Premier League twice and the FA Cup 3 times. Clue number 4. They played 75 times for Sweden. They played 75 times for Sweden. And clue number 5, they are an Arsenal invincible. Clue number 5, they're an Arsenal invincible. And the answer, of course, is one Freddie Ljungberg. And the first person to get it, I believe, was... It was Vilgot. Vilgot got it first, and he got it first by quite a long way as well, I think. I don't think anyone was near it at this point. Congratulations to Vilgot. Lots of guesses came in. Second was... blimey, Vilgot was first by an absolute mile. Second was Ross Lawman. Third was Sportcat. Fourth was Leo Nesbitt. And fifth was So there you go. Congratulations to Vilgot, who got it first. As far as I'm aware, there were no clues earlier in the stream. I was just playing mind games with you. But you've always got to be on the lookout. And that is Vilgot's first win. Congratulations to Vilgot. That is his first Guess the Gooner win. And he won it by a mile. He won it by a mile. I feel like until the Sweden clue, it was quite difficult. Until the Sweden clue. But lots of you got it. Lots of you got it in the end. Old Freddie Ljungberg. Can you make it Aaron Ramsey, please? You know, Pekka, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll make it Aaron Ramsey. And then I'm like, nah, Pekka will guess it before I've even started. So, you know. Maybe you've dug yourself a hole that you can't get out of, Pekka. But there you go. Anyway, time for Guess the Non-Gooner. Guess the Non-Gooner. Where's my Guess the Non-Gooner gone? Oh, wait. Hang on. I've got to get Guess the Non-Gooner up. I got rid of the page. It's hard to find it's hard when the transfer fee is low because it's either a really shit current player or a better early 2000s. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What do you want me to call you? Because your name's quite... do you want me to call you just Dada? 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 Got a feeling we're conceding 2 tomorrow, though. That's not good. That's not good. Right, let me bring up the old... Guess the Non-Gooner. Guess the Non-Gooner. Okay. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. My score prediction for tomorrow is 4-1. My score prediction for tomorrow is 4-1. It's not no, I haven't even started yet, but it's not Drogba and it's not Musiala. It's not Drogba and it is not Musiala. What am I doing here? Okay, right. Today's Guess the Non-Gooner. I'll give you their full career path, and you have to guess who it is in the chat. This player started their career at AS Nancy. They started their career at AS Nancy. Is that Nancy or Nancy? Nancy just makes them sound like, you know. Anyway, they moved from Nancy to Sevilla. They moved from Nancy to Sevilla to Barcelona, to Tottenham on loan, to Aston Villa on loan. So Nancy, Sevilla, Barcelona, where they've gone to Tottenham on loan, and Aston Villa on loan. It is not Jules Koundé. It is not Jules Koundé. It's not Zabaleta. It's not Pochettino. It is indeed. And I think, yeah. It's Clement Longley, and VV Vlad got it first. Of course he did. Sportcat was second. Francisco Oliveira was third. Phoebe was fourth. And I'm going to give it to John. No, because I think that's actually meant to be Lamella, isn't it? Surely it's not spelled that bad. We're going to have to give it Vilgot. Vilgot came fifth. But it was indeed Clement Longley. Sportcat was first on his screen. It's a robbery. No worries, Carter. Good to see you. Hope you did well. Phoebe thinks she was first. Unfortunately, Phoebe, on my screen, it was VV Vlad. It was VV Vlad, unfortunately. The ping has done you. Why'd you call him VV Vlad? Because I started making a mistake of calling him VV Vlad, and I've just not corrected myself. I was 12th on my screen. John's claiming it was Longley. John is claiming it was Longley. I was thinking Canute at first, and was like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong era." Yeah, that is the wrong era. That is the wrong era. Which goal scorers tomorrow? Saka, Erdegaard, Rice, and Gabriel. They're my four. Yeah, it's been a great day for Vilgot. It's been a great day. In terms of the Liverpool City game, obviously, I said I want Liverpool to win. I think City are going to win. And if they do, then we've got to go to the Etihad and beat them, and that's going to be tough. But I feel like City are going to be too strong for Liverpool. I do, and I feel like there's almost going to be a bit of a false sense of, Liverpool are going to have Salah back probably, Szoboszlai back, and I feel like there's going to be a sense that Liverpool are going to be back now, but actually I think they're going to lose to City. Big Gabby, yeah, Big Gabby. Can Saka get a hat-trick tomorrow? I want him to get his first hat-trick. Yeah, that would be good. Do you think we're going to win the UCL this season? I honestly think City are the only team that can stop us. Not the only team that can stop us, but the only team likely to stop us. Do you see some of these players becoming legends at Arsenal? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Saka definitely will. I can see Rice becoming a legend. I can see Erdegaard becoming a legend. I mean, almost. I mean, they'll all become legends in their own right, even if we just win the league. It's been that long since we won a league. Like, if this group was to win it, that would be enough for them to become legends. But definitely some of those players that I think will be here for a long time. Liverpool winning is the best. I agree. I reckon it'll be 0-0, and people will be talking about Arsenal until the international break is over. Interesting. Yeah, do you know what? If Arsenal are top going into the international break, I think it will put a lot more pressure on us than if we're second. I think if either City or Liverpool win, people will be saying that, like, if Liverpool beat City, people will 1,000,000% be saying Liverpool are the favourites. If City beat Liverpool, people will be 1,000,000% saying City are the favourites because they've gone to Anfield, they've won, it's all in their hands. So I think actually, yeah, if it's a draw and we go top, that's when the pressure will start being put on us by the media. And I don't want that pressure. I think we're better being the sort of underdog that some people claim still aren't even in the title race. I think that's better for us. But we'll see. Are the gaming streams still coming? They are still coming. I'm so useless. The gaming streams are coming soon, though. I promise. I really, basically, yeah. I don't even have any excuses other than just being useless. But they are coming soon. I hate Twitter conversations that happen on international break. Yeah, international break's hideous. Everyone has to find something to tweet about and something to make videos about. And it's just, yeah. It's horrible. No flag game tonight. Unfortunately, this is actually going to be the end of the stream. It's been a great one, but I am going to jump off now. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And look, hopefully Arsenal can get the job done tomorrow. There won't be a stream tomorrow because obviously I'll be at the game. Once I get home from the game, I'll make content. There'll probably be a video, like a 10-minute video match reaction up on here on Saturday night. But yeah, there won't be a stream, but I will be live 1:00 on Sunday for the Aston Villa Spurs stream on Tifo. Links in the description. You know what to do. Go and follow those instructions. But until then, have a fantastic evening, have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch you all on Sunday. Goodbye.